Hi everyone! Today I want to talk to you about how to find the right crochet hook for you. I have 3 crochet hooks here. They're very similar size. They're all about 6 millimeter, give or take a half a millimeter. As you can see, they're different lengths and different thicknesses where you hold them with your fingers. Now how you hold the hook is going to matter as well. I hold it like a pencil when I do my work. I also happen to have very long fingers. I'm a tall woman, so I've got long, skinny everything pretty much. And I realized when I got the first basic hook, this is very standard, this is what I learned from my grandmother when I was a teenager and what she used. That was many years ago. But as time has gone by and technology and demand, things have come out like this. The ergonomic, certainly much more comfortable to hold. And then these higher quality boutique brands, this is Furls Crochet, this is not a sponsored post. This is the longer hook and I find it very comfortable with my longer fingers. So you're really going to have to pick which one feels most comfortable to use. But there's another factor. Look at the tip of all of these, not the hook, but the actual tip of the hook. Do you see how these two have a little bit more of a point? This one is a little bit more rounded, a softer edge. Now why that matters, you may think, as we're going into our stitch, I'll start with the most basic. In there. This is a project I have underway. These are all double crochet stitches I'm going to be doing. And this is a cotton yarn. So this is not going to be quite as soft, at least this particular one, to work with. There's a lot of texture to it. You really feel this unlike you would with a silk or some acrylics. So when I go in, I push through my stitch. I'm pushing against my fingertip, the soft fleshy part, to steady the balance. Pull through. This has a little bit of a drag to it, both the yarn and the actual needle. This starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable, and this is a larger piece. This is a garment, a poncho. So after a while, even using this one, which is more comfortable in my fingers and with my wrist movement, you know, remember we're doing a lot of repetitive movements. Again, pushing, my finger became sore within a matter of hours. So day after day, doing maybe 3 hours of work on this a day, it was not a pleasant experience. And don't we all do our needlework because it's supposed to be relaxing, enjoyable? Some people do it as a business. So I wanted to find something else. Now when I bought this next needle, this longer one from Furls, first of all, it's more comfortable in my hand because of my finger length, but also the glide of this yarn, it's not typically going to be very smooth by comparison to other yarns, but it just breezes right through my stitches. And also, being that the tip is a little bit more rounded, I have absolutely no discomfort even after hours of working on my project. So I would recommend when you're picking out new hooks, this is an online only company, but if you can look really closely at the pictures on their websites and try to see if they look more pointed at the tip, which certainly makes it easier to dig through your stitch when you have a smaller yarn like this and you're working with a appropriate size needle. If you're working with a larger needle or a smaller needle for the yarn, that's going to make a difference too. But generally for me, in my opinion, the more soft rounded tip is the way to go, and from there decide which width of a base is going to be most comfortable for the size of your hand. This is a lot like buying a chef's knife. You need to get the one that feels best in your hand because you're the one using it. Of course you want good quality, but since you'll be handling it, you want a great handle that's going to feel comfortable for repeated motions and not cause discomfort or soreness for larger jobs or pieces that you're working on. So that's my suggestion. If you have any tips about how you like to find your needles and which ones work best for you for different hand sizes, or how you hold your needle, I would love to hear it in the comments below, and we can all help each other get the best experience from our knit and crochet projects. See you next time.